Hello, my name is Rui Andrés and I'm a creative technologist at Angry Ventures. In this video I want to talk to you about the game of coding. What's it like to code in a creative way? So when you face a new technical challenge, a new engineering challenge, how do you approach it in a creative way? For me, my vision or my way of doing it is to approach it like we approach a role-playing game or a game. You have a set of challenges, a set of levels, and you have to improve your skills so that you can evolve as a character, so that you can surpass even harder and harder challenges. And this way you can gather the tools that you have at your disposal, and even new ones that you didn't even know that you could gather, and you start building and start evolving your skill sets to approach that new challenges. But like in a video game, there are an ever-evolving landscape of new challenges, of new bosses, of new enemies, and you have to have a proactive approach to explore new horizons, new levels. If you stop evolving, if you stop looking for the next challenge, you stay a low-level character, and nobody wants to be a low-level character. So it's important for you to continue that exploration, continue to try and discover a flow or a pattern that makes you happy, that makes you go and move forward. Because if you don't find that, you will slowly start to be in a rut, to be in a down spiral, and that ultimately in a classic video game you shut it down and you don't put it ever back on. So what happens in a video game when you face a boss that you cannot defeat? In a role-playing game, you mainly go back. You go back to the training grounds, to the easier area, to look for answers, to look for new ways to improve yourself. And in engineering and in programming and in coding, this is very much alike, because when you have a new technical challenge, something new that someone asked you to do, or a new idea that popped up in your head, you have to search. You have to search the digital landscape, you have to search GitHub, you have to search Hacker News, and you have to look for new creative ways to achieve what you set out to do. And this proactive lookout for new tools and new experiments is what makes you gather and evolve yourself to defeat that seemingly undefeatable boss. So now you have achieved those powers, those skills that you needed. And now you can face the boss, and it will be easier than ever before. But with that power, you start to understand that you have not only the ability to defeat that boss, but to create. You have the ability to transform the landscape around you. Now you are not only facing to defeat the monsters, you are facing to build a town. You are facing with the challenge to cultivate plants, to craft. And like a video game, when you start discovering the tools you have, when you are discovering the coding processes, the new methodologies, the new frameworks, you start to understand that you don't only have the power to defeat bosses, to defeat enemies, but also to craft new things, to create whole new worlds. And that power gives you a great responsibility, like in that Spider-Man movie. With great power comes great responsibility, because when you achieve that, you have the responsibility of the whole digital world, of the whole digital web, because you have the responsibility to improve things, to transform things in a positive way, not to make things harder. You have to gather inside you that knowledge, and you have to gather inside you the vision to improve and build upon what you have found in this world or in this digital landscape. So now you set upon yourself in in this adventure to improve the digital landscape with your new set of tools, with your new power, but you have to return to one of your first levels, because there was a quest, like in a traditional video game, that makes you return there. But everything seems easy there, everything seems boring, every old pattern that you don't want to repeat, because you spent so damn long there to improve yourself that you don't want to return there. So you start to be frustrated, you start to have like a rebellious streak inside you because you don't want to do that type of work. But this is not a bad thing, this is an opportunity, because when you have this new perception of things, you can start to understand and to pinpoint problems that you can make better. And it's this way that real innovation comes, from looking at old problems in a new light and then improving them for everyone. When you understand this, you come to the realization that you have just leveled up, because you now understand that you have the power, the godlike power, to create new things, to transform old things in new things, to improve them. And you come to the realization that tech is a mere canvas for your creativity. Because if you know how to use technology, how to use coding, how to use engineering to improve the world, to create your ideas, to make them real, you are a digital god. In whole essence, you are a god of technology. And you understand, and you finally understand upon yourself that it's limitless. Because there are so many ways and so many things to improve and to discover and to create anew, that you are and you can be a god.